Welcome back to Dan's Messy Garage. This is going to be day 16 working on Project Betty, the 76 Monarch. See, I put the tires back on so you get a better look of what it's going to look like with all of my work. This is what's coming up. Paint's chipping off the deck lid. It's got some surface rust. I'm going to be painting the deck lid along with the quarters and the roof. Roof. And I just can't get a real good view of the whole car. The first step is clean all this off. Now, my brother did give the car a Comet wash a couple months ago, but it's got a lot of nasty grime on it from being in this garage. So I'm going to start scrubbing it up and then sand it down. Now, I just saw a reflection in here. See if you guys can see it. See how it's kind of like not smooth, a little wavy there. Yeah, that's where the vinyl top molding went across the car, and that's not right. So I'm going to be sanding that whole area down, and I'm going to sand these areas down. And after that stuff is patched, then I can sand the rest of the car, or rest of what I'm going to paint, and get that ready for primer. This shouldn't be too bad. I can sand that down, and I might even pull out the Fast Etch by Eastwood that I've used on the 78 and take care of those rusty areas. We'll find out. I think the first step here is just to take a rag and some water, just a tiny bit of Dawn in there. Just get the first layer of garage dust and dirt off. That was a brand new clean rag. There's a lot of crap on this car. Whoop, stay. No, it's against the workbench there. Get this side, and then I'm going to pull out the cleaners. I think I'll start with Super Clean, and then who knows what else. But you want to get all the wax and grease and contaminants off there before you sand. And then I will do the actual scrub action clean. Just get the dust off here. Heck, I'll go over that one or two more times, and then I'll start with the cleaners. Just trying to get the camera to show this area where the reflections are screwed up because it's not smooth. I can actually feel like this is higher. That's high. There's a low in here or something. Something's going on. But I'm going to take some 40 grit and highlight that area. That should show it. You wipe that off. There's a definite low spot. See if you can see what I'm seeing. Yeah. See the sanders hitting here and here? That's low in there. So I'm going to need to fill that to get it smooth. This looks pretty ugly. See what we have behind door number 2. Okay, I'm seeing Bondo. I'm seeing a hole in the Bondo and rust under the Bondo. So that's why everything was chipping off. They bonded over some rust. Paint doesn't stick well to rust. You got to treat the rust first. So I'll open it up more. All right, I'm not finding any holes. It was just some rusty metal there. I'm certainly not going to spend hours doing this by hand. I'm going to get some power tools out and get this stripped off here in short order. But I wanted mainly to see what this roof part is going to look like here. And yeah, I can see that that's a low. So to fix this, I'm going to need to get all the paint out of the low, or at least scuff it up like this 40 grit, because Duraglass will stick really, really nice to that. And then smooth this over. Metal's in good shape there. It's not all rotted out. All the rust is ground off. And this is a strip disc, 4.5 inch. It's like a super coarse Scotch-Brite, but very hard. Tear paint off very, very fast. Very. Okay. There was some paint chips up here on the roof. I hit it with this for a couple seconds. They're gone. So I'm going to continue this and bring you back when I have something more to show you. Figured I'd bring you along on this side where I grind into this and see what's under here. Here we go, folks. just was a lumpy Bondo job. I'm not seeing rust, solid, but strip disc, say it with me, people, very, very, very good. It removes paint very, very, very fast. Now I'm going to have to either take this molding off or tape it up good, because if that touches the molding, it's going to scratch it up. Let me investigate that. I don't know how that molding comes off yet. Might just have to tape it. Be careful. I dug into this area further, right down to the factory weld seam here. And there is a little bit of rust here. And that, no doubt, is what caused the Bondo to crack and lump up in the first place. I'm going to get this out of here as best I could. Clean that up. Now, I looked into taking this molding off. I don't know how it goes on. On the inside, you can see there's some clips that hold the glass into the butyl. It's held in with butyl rubber. So that's not coming out. And the molding's on this side of that. So I don't know if you have to take glass out to get the molding off. Needless to say, that's not going to happen. So I'm going to do the best I can to chip this out and scrape the rust, treat it, and push on. I should do the same thing on the other side. Expose that seam and see if there is rust in it. You see, this pink Bondo, that's regular Bondo. It's porous. It allows moisture to get through it. Duraglass, totally waterproof. If they'd have used Duraglass in this, you wouldn't have had this problem. But regular Bondo just allows too much moisture to go through it, and then you end up with rust. I'll fix it. On the driver's side of the car, I ground that down, and it's right down to the lead, because I used to lead or solder these seams in at the factory, and that's right down to that. So for some reason they took the lead out of that other side. It's still in here though. See, it shows up a lot shinier than steel right there when you sand it. So this side's in good shape. And this side, this molding is loose. I could see like little, maybe a clip or something that held that in. Clip might be broke. So I'm going to have to stick some RTV in there and kind of glue this back onto the car. We're in good shape on the driver's side. I've been sandilating on the car for a long time, and my sander uses up a lot of air. My poor compressor just, it runs constant. So I'm giving my compressor a break, and I'm going to go have lunch. And I was looking at this molding. I did get the one off, obviously. And it's got clips. And there's only 3 of them that aren't broken. So the others, they're either broke or cut off. It's hard to tell. Looks like they just broke. So anyways, I'm going to leave this one off. And on the other side, I'll see if I can get the things off. But the way these clips are, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that without wrecking it. This one I'm going to already have to glue on. But the car, I got like half of it sanded. The roof's all sanded. This quarter is sanded. And the trunk or deck lid is sanded. What I'm going to do over on this side, where this rust is, the sawdust off here, or sanding dust, I'm going to use the Pour 15 metal treatment, put that in there, and then I'm going to brush Pour 15 in that. It's like going to be the perfect thing for that. I'm going to go have some lunch, let my compressor cool down, and I'll be back at this later on. Okay, now we're at rant time. Here we are in the trunk, trying to get the trunk lock out so I can paint around it. And it's the most complicated thing I've seen. I don't know why Ford goes through all this hassle, but it had this big bracket on here with a clip here. Hard to get to, hard to get off. And you get that off. And there's another clip in here. I had to drill out 2 rivets to get this to come out. It should pull right out, but it can't. It has a finger. I'm trying to get the camera up in there. I can't. There it is, right there. It's like a lock. You have to push that in to get the clip out, but you can't get in there to push it. I mean, why? I mean, not only you have a lock there, but you have rivets. Why both? And why is it so friggin' complicated to take a lock cylinder out? It's pointless. Okay, rant over. I'll get it out somehow. Okay, my rant is continuing here. I can't get that. I've been playing with this thing for over half an hour. You know, at one point you got to stop, right? The alternative is to try to sand around the lock, tape it. That's not good. But I've been prying on this. See, here's the problem. You can't, it's up in there where you can't see it. So you got to kind of feel around. And I can kind of get the screwdriver on that clip, but you can't push it, the retaining finger. So I've been putting the screwdriver on that finger and then whacking it, trying to bend that finger in so I could get this to come out, and it just won't do it. I could push it back in where it belongs. I can flex the finger or that tab, but I can't get a good grip. And plus, you know, if you can work like this for a while, but back. So what another thing I tried to do is put another screwdriver in here, twisted it so it's under tension, and then I'm trying to hit that finger get that clip off, and I can't. I mean, probably over half an hour, and it's the most senseless thing. You know why? It's if you have rivets. I mean, they're not even screws; they're rivets. You got to drill them out. Why do you need the retaining finger? I looked in shop manuals. I looked online. 77 Thunderbird. Somebody's got some videos. Same friggin' thing. But in that one, all he had to do was take the rivets out, and the clip moved enough to get this lock cylinder out. But mine, you can clearly see in there that it's no way, it's not moved enough. It would have to move another 1/4 inch in order to get the cylinder out. So, oh, frustration. Been playing around another 15 or 20 minutes with this. Same thing. But look at this. Got it out. Almost an hour. One stupid clip. That little guy. That thing there. Couldn't push it. I just kept doing what I was doing. I put this under tension with a screwdriver. Screwdriver wedged in here, and I just started pounding and beating the hell out of the back of it. And it finally moved enough. So now I'm going to move on with the rest of the project. I put some Duraglass on there. Now I was able to take this big spreader. I think it's made for inside house using latex paint. You stick it against something you don't want to paint and then paint here, but whatever. I mean, this thing works good for doing Bondo. I spread it on there. I was able to go out and pull one nice sweep across there. And I'm tempted to, hit it some more here and there, but no, I'm looking at that, and that's got a nice shape to it. Looks like it's going to fill in just fine. So I'm going to leave it alone. I'll sand it down, and if it needs more, I'll give it some more. I touched up a couple little spots here and there, and I put some back in here. It's wet. I don't want to touch it. And got a lot of sanding done today. Overall, it was a good day. Got a lot done. Had a lot of frustration with that trunk lock cylinder retainer, but I pushed on past that. And that's going to be the end of day 16 of Project Betty. And I thank you for watching Dan's Messy Garage. Please come back for future videos. And I hope you like what you see. Have a good evening. Bye.